are just too many awesome 90s TV shows. Hey, it's Katie, and if you haven't seen part 1 of this video, go watch it now. Do not cross go, do not collect $200, go watch this video first, then come back and watch this, because this is part 2, because there are too many great 90s TV shows. A lot of you guys agreed with my top 10 countdown, but then you were posting in the comments ones that you grew up with, and it totally made me crazy, because I was like, I love those shows. And there's so many shows I didn't even get to talk about that I love, and I totally grew up watching, and so I just had to do a part 2 of another top 10 best 90s TV shows. First of all, I am extremely proud that there are guys out there who loved The Amanda Show, because that show was so much fun. I'm really happy that a lot of you guys out there loved it too. Alright, so like part 1, these videos are not in order of my favorite. I'm calling it a top 10 because I have to call it something, otherwise I might just start listing off like 500 different shows and then things will just get crazy and this vlog will be like 3 hours long. We don't want it that long because that would take forever. So starting at number 10, we have Angry Beavers. First of all, being an adult now, the title is hilarious. But this show was really funny. There's one episode that sticks out in my mind where they figure out that they have their own musk and they go around the house marking their things, and it's just kind of hilarious. That was a show that I watched as a kid and I always loved it. They were adorable beavers. Number 9, Real Monsters. When it first came out, I hated it because it was scary and gross. And that's partially the reason why I never watched Ren and Stimpy, because it was always really gross. But then I think the second season I started watching it and I was just like, this show is awesome! I thought it was hilarious that the monster Crumb, his name is Crumb, he carried his eyeballs. I loved that. I hated it at first, then I grew to loving that show, so definitely had to be on my countdown. Number 8, Rocko's Modern Life. I was obsessed with Rocko's Modern Life. I loved it. Not only was the show awesome, but it also had a really great theme song. Rocko's Modern Life. You guys remember the theme song. 90s television shows had the best theme songs. We don't have any good theme songs like right now, except for Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is the best theme song on television right now. Number 7, Dinosaurs. It got honorable mention in my last video, but Dinosaurs was awesome and weird. Have you guys gone back and watched Dinosaurs now? It's freaking weird, but still awesome. It's a classic. We all know why Dinosaurs needs to be on the list because, come on, dinosaurs. Number 6, Doug. See, I mean, like, I'm kicking myself for not putting these on my first countdown. How can you choose which are the best, you know? I mean, these shows are classics. They're part of my childhood. I watched all of them. Doug was so great. I loved Patty Mayonnaise and Skeeter. He was a blue dude. I loved Doug. Doug was great. Number 5, Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold is one of those classic 90s television shows that I love. I just thought it was hilarious that the mean girl, Helga, who was always so mean to Arnold, had like the biggest crush on him and even had like the little gumball football head in her closet. The show was just hilarious. Hey Arnold! Number 4, Full House. Full House ran forever. I mean, I think it started in the 80s, but when I watched it, it was the 90s, and it was a great family show that taught you lessons, and it was just so great. Number 3, Rugrats. Okay, everybody had to have watched Rugrats. If you lived in the 90s or was born during the 90s, Rugrats was where it was at. Rugrats was one of those shows that I could watch the same episodes like over and over and over again. There are so many great episodes. I think one of my favorite ones is the Passover episode where they have to cross the Great Blacktop. But you know what? I really hated it when the Rugrats grew up. Nobody liked the grown-up Rugrats. No, we wanted the regular baby Rugrats. Why did they need to grow up? The Rugrats movie was great. The Rugrats went to Paris. You know, Chucky got a sister. Awesome. But why did they have to grow up? I get it. The show had been on for a couple years. They wanted them to grow up because technically they'd be older, but no, I did not want them to be all grown up. I miss Rugrats. Number 2, Dexters Lab. How could I forget Dexters Lab? Oh my gosh. The thing I liked best about it was I'm an only child and I never had any brothers or sisters, so watching the relationship between Dexter and Dee Dee cracked me up. I thought anyone who had a sibling had a relationship like them. My favorite episode of Dexter's Lab is the D&D episode where Dee Dee tries to be the dungeon master and she's like, and you're walking, and you're walking, and you're walking, and a dragon pops out. I don't know why I find that so funny, but it is. It's hilarious. And yes, before you guys leave all these comments below, yes, I have seen the episode that never aired, and it's hilarious. And finally, number 1 is KaBlam! I was really disappointed in myself that I didn't put KaBlam in my last video because KaBlam was literally one of my favorite. I say that with every single one. They're all one of my favorites. Yes, KaBlam was so great. My favorite part of KaBlam was Action League Now. I loved the blonde Barbie. She was like a total Wonder Woman wannabe, but they were all complete failure. It was so funny. Action League Now was ridiculous. And you go back and you watch it and you're just like, what is happening? Why? But then as a kid, you're like, these are some of my favorite shows. I mean, Action League Now was awesome. The dude ran around naked. That wouldn't fly these days. Nickelodeon or Disney wouldn't put a naked doll on television. Action League Now was the best. KaBlam, awesome. It was like comic books meet cartoons and they collide. I think that was like the slogan of KaBlam, wasn't it? Like cartoon and comics collide or combined or something like that. I think that was the slogan of KaBlam. All of these shows, I just loved them. I had to make a part 2 video because I missed so many great shows and they just had to be acknowledged because that's my childhood. I grew up watching all of those shows and probably more. Great. No, I'm not making a part 3. A lot of you guys have been asking me why Fresh Prince wasn't on there and Family Matters, but to be honest, I didn't watch them because I was too young. I kind of just missed those shows because of my age. Alright, so go tell me what shows I missed again because I'm sure I missed a ton, but at least I can clear my conscience and say that I added another 10 that were literally driving me crazy. I couldn't sleep at night because I was like, Doug, why didn't I talk about Doug? Hey Arnold, what about KaBlam? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe.